1015 FM KDON.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the #1 professional wrestling radio show in Las Vegas. This is the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Going bell to bell with the best in professional wrestling news, entertainment, and lots of Sin City surprises from inside the squared circle. Now, let's get to all the exciting pro wrestling action and bring on the host. Here is Mark Hoke.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Mark Hoke Show here on KDON 1015 FM. It is the talk of Las Vegas, the best in pro wrestling news and entertainment, as David Difference is trying to destroy more equipment. And I don't know what the hell he is doing in the studio. It appears he's kind of gone combination of Napoleon Dynamite and the Beastie Boys Sabotage video. That's about it. David Difference, how are you this morning?
Hey,
Dave, stop moving the mic.
Oh, man, we're going to have problems today. Good morning. Oh, what a difference a Dave makes. Yeah, I didn't have a chance to do my hair, man.
Good Lord. Are you serious right now?
100% serious. I don't like this setup. I don't like being on this mic, and I apologize to the guests that have to be on this one. It's not comfortable over here.
Jeez, get over it.
You know what you need to get over? Oh, I got a lot to talk about today.
You've lost your mind.
The whole wrestling media conglomerates are getting roasted. Clowns.
Clowns?
All of
what are
y'all.
you talking about?
Clowns.
I don't know, Dave.
You do know. I went through the archives. I pulled up every bad thing you said about CM Punk. How dare you?
I'm going to talk about CM Punk today. We might have to. Oh, good Lord.
National CM Punk.
Dave is proclaimed in our live stream that is going up on YouTube, X, and Facebook. There's a graphic. It is National CM Punk Day.
Read the bottom, Mark.
No, you read the bottom.
Let's thank the David Difference for manifesting this for everybody.
Why? Why are we thanking you?
Because you guys are clowns. Never happened, 100%. Don't get your hopes up. Don't dream. Sorry for you, kid. Oh, my bad. My source says this. My source says that. Your source, it sucks. All of you. All of you. And I did this for the people.
Jeez. So, in case you're wondering what we're talking about, we're going to get into it in a little bit because obviously something happened at Survivor Series last night.
You think?
We'll find out if it's as big a deal as...
Who was it? Drew Blimblek came back or something? No, not no Drew Blimblek.
What are you babbling about?
The GOAT, man. He's back.
Were you drinking Cavassier all night?
Yeah, I had
to celebrate.
I had to celebrate, man.
Little pina colada butt lotion going on in the Dave Cave? I mean, what's going on?
I never heard of that, Mark, but
you've seen the ladies, man. Don't tell me you haven't.
Send me a coupon.
Send you a coupon. Well, I guess we're going to break down Survivor Series first. I'm going to build to the climax of the evening. David Difference, are you ready?
Yeah, just wake me up when you get to the good part.
Jeez, Zoo.
I'll be over here.
So last night in Chicago at the Allstate Arena, Survivor Series taking place, 5 matches on the big board. Kicked this thing off with a great match for the ladies, by the way. The Women's War Games match. Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, Shotzi, Becky Lynch. Knockoff Damage Control. That was Bayley, Asuka, Io Sky, and Kairi Sane. Dakota Kai on the outside helping out. As some interesting spots that I wanted to talk to you about, Dave. If you can forget about CM Punk for 30 seconds.
Oh, are we to the CM Punk part?
No.
Yeah, so not yet?
No.
What are we talking about? Oh, there was something else happened yesterday?
There was a lot that happened yesterday.
Fill me in, brother. I'm all ears.
So
man.
Io Sky does a spot on the top of the cage.
Saw that with the can?
With the can. She climbed to the top of the cage. Dakota Kai had got a trash can up to her via a chain that Io had brought into the ring. Of course, it's a War Games match. Mm-hmm. So you've got 2 cages around, a cage around 2 rings. And you're bringing one person in at a time until everybody gets in. Then the match officially starts. Then you get a pinfall submission and it's over. So Io gets this trash can.
And with that trash can, by the way, all wrestling journalists who think they know what they don't know should have been in that trash can.
Puts it on. And, of course, everybody just happened to be fighting under the at the corner where Io was.
Totally oblivious to.
Of course.
Yeah, to Oscar the Grouch going on top of the cage. Yeah.
That's a good way to put it. She jumps off and wipes everybody out. And everybody's going nuts. Gets the "This is awesome" chant, or the other one that I can't say.
What's the other one?
I can't say it.
Can you spell it out?
No.
Oh.
Dave, what do you think of spots like that? Because there was another one in the match too where everybody did, was all in the same place and got jumped on, and I don't know. I mean, the match overall was good, but I see that kind of stuff, and I'm like, Dave, if you're in a fight with two steel cages, right? Let's picture you and me and everybody that's cool against you and 3 dweebs you picked up in the Bay, right?
Damn, we're going there?
Yeah.
Is that where you want to go with CM Punk Day, Mark? You ain't going to talk to me like that. All right, go ahead.
Are we all going to be standing in the same corner? And then if there's 8 of us, our 7 is going to be fighting while the other one is nowhere magically to be found. Oh, wait, they're on top of the structure about to jump on us.
Yeah. They're busy fighting. They're focused on the fight in front of them. I mean, you have no clue that somebody's actually climbing a cage with a garbage can on their head. How would you know? They're focused on the fight.
You laughed already.
But they're focused on the fight, man.
You laughed already.
Well, if that was me going up there with she was ninja-like.
It was stupid.
Well, so what would you have liked to see happen? Was it a good spot? And you said the crowd was
crowd liked it,
saying stuff we can't even say on the air, so it must have been great.
It was okay. But I hate those coordinated spots where everybody's standing in one place. Magically someone turns into a bowling ball. I hate those.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know if it's just me.
It's not just you. But I saw it the same. Like, okay, but that's wrestling.
Yeah. So I just wanted to throw that out. But
you know what I want to throw out? Every journalist's opinion who said that CM Punk wasn't coming back last night. I want to throw that out. Their authority, their badge, their credentials, garbage. Put it in that garbage can with whoever jumped off that cage.
That was Io.
And with Io. And get out of here, clowns.
But anyway, Charlotte and Becky made up. The potential fight that was supposed to happen did not. They were at the press conference all crying with each other and a whole ball of wax. But yeah, pretty good match. Bayley takes the fall and she saved Kairi Sane from getting speared by Charlotte. And then she got the hell beat out of her to wrap the match up. So poor Bayley. Looks like she's going to get knocked out of Damage Control.
I love Bayley.
Everybody loves Bayley. Bayley's awesome.
Oh, she's beautiful.
But that one wrapped up there, about a 34-minute match on that. Gunther and The Miz duked it out for the Intercontinental title last night.
Who?
You know, the longest reigning Intercontinental champion and Mr. Must-See Entertainment. He's awesome.
Can I say something?
No.
Okay.
Good match for The Miz.
Really? You going to do me like that, Mark?
Wrestled solid. Took a beating. Had some good spots in there. Was happy to see Miz got a nice match in instead of being a clown. But Gunther walks out as the Intercontinental Champion. And no real challenger in sight at this point. Maybe. You happy about Gunther?
Oh, yeah. I'm thrilled.
You're not going to make this easy.
Yeah. It's not gonna be that day, Mark. I could tell you. So I was at Future Shock last night, FSW, doing my due diligence as a true wrestling enthusiast. I was there, and I had on Peacock Stream in my phone going this event that we're so many memories as kids. It was going on in my pocket, and all I was listening for was that music to hit. That's it.
You look like Jeff Lynne
Who is
on
that?
from ELO on a bad day.
Who's ELO?
The Electric Light Orchestra.
Yeah, nobody knows
This
that
is,
reference.
guys, this is the Mark Hoke Show on K-Dawn.
Is it?
No, there are people out there that know who ELO is.
Okay.
Maybe you ought to look them up.
Yeah, during the break, man. I'll look. Maybe so.
Mr. Blue Sky, man. Come on.
Maybe that's that's a group, music group.
No.
ELO ain't a music
Don't
group?
bring me down, Evil Woman. Come on.
Is that a song?
They're all songs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, give me a little something. Sing a little something.
I'm not singing right now. I'm getting over a cold.
Oh, really?
Santos Escobar knocks off Dragon Lee. Good
We don't
match
want to talk
there.
about the Intercontinental.
You didn't want to.
Yeah,
You skipped it.
good stuff, guys.
You had your time.
You guys did a good job. Good job. Get to the back. We got a big surprise coming. Everybody, wrap your matches up. Come on, Gunther. I know. Get out of there. Get out the ring, guys. We got something. Randy.
They didn't know.
Who?
They didn't know.
Nobody
Not
knew.
at that point.
Well, you know who did? I did. I never lost faith, never lost hope, never wavered in my
You
opinion.
know, we're going to be talking about an FSW alum here in a second. And you're downing. You are throwing her performance out.
Zoe.
Rhea Ripley taking on Zoe Stark for the Women's World Championship. Zoe put on a great show last night. Physically, certainly hung with Rhea. Great match.
Mm-hmm.
Kept him under 10 minutes. A couple of short matches there. Santos.
Tell me about her match. I just saw her get pinned, and then didn't get a chance to rewatch it. Last night. I tried to catch it again, but
No, they went back and forth. It was pretty good. Pretty good.
Does it look like she has legs to go somewhere else, or some?
Oh yeah, she was in. She did all right. She was definitely hanging with Rhea. So, but Rhea Ripley walks out with the Women's World Championship, and then we get to the men's War Game match to wrap up the night. Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn.
Hold on, this is the end of the show?
Yeah, there were only 5 matches.
Oh,
You
yeah,
weren't
'cause
paying
No, because it was so long. Yeah, I remember I was watching the first one. They're like, let's start it. Like, let's start it. I've been here for an hour.
Yeah, the War Games matches take a while.
It's insane. Not a drop of blood.
And Randy Orton. Yeah, and that's something else we want to get into. I actually want to talk about this a little bit before we talk about Phil Brooks.
Hang on real quick.
Randy Orton taking on the Judgment Day, Damian Priest, Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, JD McDonough, and Drew McIntyre joining the team because he wanted to beat up Jey Uso. Got his hands on him a little bit, but it didn't go real well for Drew last night.
Yeah, it looked like a good match overall. Yeah.
Oh, the match was great. Of
And
course,
then-
Randy Orton.
Yeah,
you
that
know,
was
everybody on the team is in the ring. Randy Orton is nowhere to be found, and then finally, when it's his turn, the music hits and Randy Orton comes running up the ramp to hop in, and boy, he looked jacked. You can tell Randy was working out on this break. Of course, he was out for 18 months due to back fusion surgery. So Randy Orton makes a return after a year and a half.
Was it a year and a half?
It was a year and a half.
Yeah. No, he looked phenomenal.
He did. And, you know, the boys, great match. Everybody's doing their little stories here and there. And, you know, Drew was trying to get his hands on Jay. And, you know, Randy was mad at Jay because, of course, the match that Randy got hurt in was against the Usos. The whole bloodline thing. And Jay saved Randy from a beating at one point in the match. They throw poor JD McDonough off the top of the cage into the waiting arms of an RKO from Randy Orton.
Ah, yes.
Ow.
Out of nowhere. No, actually, we knew that one.
Yeah, that one wasn't out of nowhere.
I set that one up.
That was pretty well poised to happen. The good guys win. Everybody's actually no. There wasn't that much of a celebration going on. A little bit,
You give him a little time.
Drew,
referee. Okay, get the clowns out of the ring. We got something big coming. Okay, guys, you got to get out.
Drew McIntyre, after the match, was kind of holding his arms, so he was, you know, displaying that he had been injured during the match. You know, playing it up. but stomped out of the ring. I mean, he was on a beeline to get out of there. He gets out, and then all of a sudden, the music.
The what? The what?
The music.
Hold on. I need a little bit more excitement out of you, Mark.
The music.
A little bit. Somebody said, is there sound issues? Hang on real quick before we get to that. Like, you got to build this up a little bit more, right?
I am.
We will see CM Punk at Survivor in November.
That's going out on the radio, dude. Do we need to take a break? We can't. That can't go out on the air. That's going to loop.
How can that not go out?
That's going to loop us. Don't. Yeah.
What do you mean loop us?
Trust me.
That's us.
I know. Just we're doing a radio show. We have to check that. We check it on a break.
Oh, is that what's happening?
Yeah, we were radio show first.
Anyway. Yeah, that's part of the radio show. It's audio.
Anyway, so some music hits, and it's this music, meaning we're headed for a break.
Oh, jeez. You're killing me today. It's radio, Mark.
We got the Mark Hoke Show here on KDON. We're going to finish the story.
Oh, they're in suspense.
Dave's going to comb his wig.
Yeah, that's right.
And we'll be back with more on the Mark Hoke Show here on KDON 101.5 FM, the talk of Las Vegas.
Don't kill my spot.
The Mark Hoke Show is proud to announce our partnership.
Bad decisions limit future options. Make enough bad decisions and you will destroy your life. Listen to The Flot Line with your host Rick Hughes every Sunday morning at 7:30 a.m. here on 101.5 FM KDON. The Flot Line describes a main line of resistance in your soul built on God's Word. Join us every Sunday for 30 minutes of inspiration, motivation, education, all without manipulation. That's The Flot Line with Rick Hughes, heard here on 101.5 FM KDON every Sunday at 7:30 a.m.
Over the years, I've entertained many politicians at my home. Nancy Pelosi, Harry Reid, and Barack Obama, both as a senator and later as our president. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. When these leaders came to my home, I always talked about the powerless, the hopeless, and the helpless. My relationships with these great leaders also allowed me my proudest moment as a lawyer. Our firm recovered $1.2 billion for black farmers who'd been disrespected for decades while white farmers received government funds. The Pigford Act was passed in the House and Senate, steered by Pelosi and Reid, and signed into law by President Obama. Today, we are the largest injury firm in the world, and by now we have collected billions and billions of dollars for our clients who've been injured or denied disability or insurance benefits. Call me when you need us on your cell phone at Pound Law. That's pound 529. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
This is the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
And we are back on the Mark Hoke Show here on KDON 101.5 FM. It is the talk of Las Vegas. And yeah, looks like we did have a little issue on sound there for the stream. We're good now. So
what happened? Like nobody heard it?
No, we're good. We're good now. So
what had happened? Let's talk about your mistake.
Let's not.
Shout out to Mikey Madrano out there listening on the radio, 101.5 FM KDON on his dial. Appreciate you tuning in, man.
So
it's my guy right there. I saw him on Thanksgiving, man. It's a beautiful man.
There you go. So now,
jeez, he just get to business.
Some music played as all the guys are celebrating in the ring. And lo and behold, it is Cult of Personality. The CM Punk graphics hit the screen. And out comes Phil Brooks, CM Punk in Chicago. We haven't seen that before. Phil Brooks making a debut in Chicago.
Called it.
And, of course, the crowd's going crazy.
Called it.
Having a great time.
And,
yeah.
And yeah,
show ends.
That's it. Huh?
Show ends.
First off, thank you, CM Punk, for coming back and giving us what we deserve as wrestling fans and giving us something to be excited about for, I don't remember, probably since the last time you came back. Thank you for saving the business. Thank you for taking thank you for taking this business to the next level.
Thank
you for helping my manifestation come true. Thank you, CM Punk.
Saving the business?
He saved it, man. Tell me this.
What are you talking about?
Well, tell me this. Mark.
WWE's got record numbers right now.
Okay, yeah, because people watch it out of habit, right?
Saving the business?
People watch it out of habit. When was the last time in wrestling, and you've been a fan for many moons, I've been a fan for many moons, that you were excited about something? When was the last time? When was the last time there was an air of mystery that you were like, hopefully, maybe not what, this will be crazy if it do, and you were just waiting for that moment? When did that happen? Well, tell me when you watched a pay-per-view that we watch every year since we were little kids, that all you wanted was one thing to happen. The rest of the night, come and go. One thing that will change the game. Tell me of a time. I'll sit here and wait, Mark.
I could just go back to Edge showing up at AEW a couple of months ago.
God. Are you going to compare that to this?
I'm
Everybody knew, number one, Edge was going to AEW. No brainer. Signs on the wall. He could have just tweeted, "Hey, I'll be on AEW next week." Could have.
You have lost it.
Could have. But for months and months, not going to happen. He needs to go to Impact, TNA, and really get his life together and prove himself, because nobody needs him right now. He's a bad guy. He's bad for the business. Shut up, everybody. Everybody, except for CM Punk, man.
Hey, do me a favor, just back off. Turn that mic a little bit so you're squared up.
Straight on.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
You want to cover my face, man?
No, I'm not covering your face. Just saying. So CM Punk is now back with WWE. A lot of interesting reactions. Like I said, Drew McIntyre stormed out of the ring.
Was that after his music hit?
No, actually before. And we'll get to kind of more background on what we've heard, how this all came together. We had Seth Rollins was flipping him off, screaming at him.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, those two don't really like each other, period, anyway. But Rollins certainly putting in the work on that, because there's no way that he wasn't trying to work the crowd a little bit on that one. But apparently, Triple H came back, said this all in the press conference. This all came together very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of reports saying that they had just started really talking this week, and the contract had been signed that day. So apparently Triple H, late in the broadcast, and very few people knew about this, took over production. He was the one that kind of called the shot to play the music, and they did tell everybody that was in the ring at the time what had happened and was going to happen. So everybody in the ring did know that CM Punk was going to be coming out after the match.
Yeah, of course.
But apparently very few people knew. He drove up to the arena late on the card. They had an area set aside for him. He walked out, and there it is. So CM Punk is in WWE.
I've been up crying all night.
Oh,
I'm
my
wearing
God.
Sunglasses because it was so beautiful.
And
there
you were up all night.
There you have it. And let's move on. Impact, they got a new Carl Chestnuts is the new Impact. Relax. Let's talk about it.
We are going to talk about it. Wait, who needs to relax on this? On the Mark Hoke Show, it's David Difference that needs to relax.
You know how these Celsius get me.
They do mess you up. You're not allowed to drink those anymore. But
yeah.
we have obviously a new player in the game here with CM Punk, and we're gonna talk a little bit about the future in hour number 2. But let's talk about the now, because obviously this was a move with WWE that many people thought would never happen. Obviously, a lot of animosity. I was just seeing some promos that he did when he was in AEW, tearing WWE down, tearing down different performers in WWE. One very nasty one about The Miz that I just happened to have seen pop up. There's been some positive reaction, some negative reaction in the locker room. David, I know you're excited, but take your CM Punk t-shirt off for just a second.
All right.
All right. Good or bad in terms of the locker room first, in terms of working with these people that have been in WWE for a while. A lot of them he tore down and put down over the years.
Mm-hmm.
How easy is this going to be, or how difficult or impossible is this going to be in terms of handling CM Punk in the back?
So they don't need to handle him. He's a professional. Like I said, all this build up, most of it is probably going to be a work. You're not going to like everybody you work with. Who cares? They're grown men that are in the wrestling business whose your job is to talk trash and to build these characters. And when somebody just does it to the best of their ability, people are hurt and it's going to get out of here. Go. There's other companies they can go to.
That is very true. But here's my question.
Mm-hmm.
You have a guy, and you're talking about being a professional.
Yeah.
I'm playing devil's advocate here.
Okay.
You are talking about a guy who got into two major physical altercations at the last company he worked at. Plus, he attacked his boss.
Yeah.
He attacked his boss.
Best storyline ever.
There's a storyline there. He got fired for it.
Yeah. Well, look, did he lose? He's back on the biggest stage of all.
But this is what. Let me finish.
All right.
Let me finish.
All right. Well,
you're calling him a professional.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He also, in a press conference, kind of instigated that whole brawl out thing by trashing everybody that he was working with.
Yes.
Do you call that professional?
Professional wrestling.
Not talking about that.
Well,
I'm talking about these are the people that you work with every day. This is the guy that's signing your paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you every day at your job fight your fellow employees and attack your boss? Then you're calling him a professional. I'm just putting it out there. I'm not trying to. I know there's circumstances around everything, and I get that.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, there's no reason to attack Tony. None. No.
Well, did he attack him, or did Tony try to get up in the mix? We don't know.
Tony Khan?
I don't think he just went. He could have been trying to break it up and did something, and Punk pushed him away.
Wow.
It could have been that, right?
He didn't push him away.
You think he went after him and attacked him?
He got fired for it. What do you think happened?
Tony Khan had to do something because that got out of control. And as we know, and as we've talked about, like the majority of the roster, they're senior to him. They've been in this business way longer. How do you control that? That was the one situation of leadership that probably opened his eyes to, like, this isn't all sunshine and rainbows. So CM Punk taught him a valuable lesson that day.
Wow.
In leadership, man. And he had to adjust, and things happen. So I think everybody grew from that moment.
Okay.
You don't believe that?
No.
Well,
I don't believe everybody grew from that.
Who didn't?
Pretty much everybody involved. Jack Perry still isn't back yet.
Clown.
You know? And you can say what you want about that whole situation. But Jack Perry didn't attack Punk. Punk attacked him.
So we don't have the full report. We got different sides.
You should go read up.
Well, I have read up, and I also read up that CM Punk ain't coming back. Well, guess what?
You have gone crazy.
Gone crazy. I've been crazy. So
I knew this was going to be a rough show. But here's what I'm saying is that now he goes to WWE.
Yep. And
probably a much tighter structure there.
100%.
So a better chance to keep him under control. But he has rubbed a lot of people the wrong way over the years. He's a very divisive personality.
Controversial figure.
And it's not because of what he does in the ring. It's because of a lot of the stuff he does outside of it. So this is going to be very intriguing to see how this affects the WWE locker room. Because really, with Vince out of there again, things were pretty harmonious. And now you bring in somebody that is not the most popular person in professional wrestling.
I think we're all overthinking that. And again,
sure?
He's a professional. He's been there before. He's not going to come in and start waves. He's been there. He is the ultimate when it comes to this business. Performer in the ring, on the microphone, mouthpiece.
The ultimate performer?
And behind the scenes, you can tell me how many people tuned in yesterday to watch this show just hoping he'd show up. How much the ratings went up just because people thought he may show up.
Do you know that?
He ain't even. What?
Do you know that?
Oh my! How are we even debating this? How are we? That's all anybody talked about. Nobody yesterday said, "Oh, did you see that move?" They said CM Punk's back. What? Wait, don't spoil it. What happened? Oh my God! No, really? Everybody's smiling. I'm telling you, I was with the people yesterday, and they were going nuts. We almost stopped the wrestling show just so we could talk about it.
Seriously?
Insane.
Nah, come on. It wasn't that crazy.
Nobody said this guy won this match. This guy had nobody. Did you see
Well,
this?
of course,
spot?
everybody's
nobody.
talking. Well, of course, everybody's
Not
talking about
a
CM
peep.
Punk.
So that's
Everybody means talking about CM Punk. We're talking about CM Punk.
there you go. So that's the person I want on my squad.
Okay, you got him. But all I'm saying is that this is a high risk, high reward situation for WWE.
Nah.
If it pays off, I mean, you know, Tony thought he had things going well too, and all hell broke loose.
Well, you're great at management until all hell breaks loose. Then we see what you're really made of. So, like I said, he learned from that is like, I can't be buddy. This is a business, and I'm going to have to deal with these uncomfortable situations. And he dealt with it. And Punk said, "Hey, you want an uncomfortable situation? Here you go, buddy." He gave one. So he's a leader, man. He's teaching people. He's a teacher.
Yeah, but there's a lot, but that's an issue too, because a lot of people have said that he goes overboard with that stuff, that he pushes himself as a leader too much when people don't want him to lead.
Wow. Do you remember Danny Limelight, our good friend? Drill sergeant used to get in people's faces, spit in their faces, yell in their faces. You think people wanted that?
But that
He made Marines.
You're in the Marines, man.
He made men out of them. Same thing.
You're not. That's not. There's no comparison.
Same thing.
There's no comparison
Same
to being
thing.
in the military and being in a professional wrestling locker room. Come
none?
on.
There's none.
Come on, Dave.
There's
You
none.
gotta be kidding me.
Mark, everybody's
You're
overthinking
comparing.
this.
Seriously. I want you gotta pull this back for a minute.
Okay.
You gotta pull this back for a minute.
Don't.
You are comparing. You go into the Marines
Yes.
and have a drill sergeant
In my face.
as opposed to someone who is your equal in a business coming in and telling you what to do.
Who's his equal?
Everybody is. You're all the same job.
Mm-mm.
CM Punk is not a producer.
Different.
He's not
Different.
He's not superior over anybody in that locker room.
Fool.
He's not.
You buffoon. So Michael Jordan was no better than anybody else.
Sure, he was.
All right, we'll get out of here. Shout out to Chicago. So now, does that make sense?
But he has no authority to go into that. If he's given that authority, then great.
Does Michael
But you
Jordan?
can't. Yeah, but Michael Jordan earned it.
CM Punk did.
You want to fight about this? Fine. Michael Jordan earned it from being a champion, from being someone who goes in and has shown that he could do it every day. And not saying that CM Punk doesn't.
Okay. So
But Michael Jordan didn't sit there and say, "I'm your leader. You must follow me. You must do what I say, or I'm going to beat you up."
number one, I doubt he said that.
He didn't.
He asserted his dominance.
But there's a way to assert yourself as a leader without being a jerk.
Well, okay, again, go back to Michael Jordan. Watch the documentary. People said he was breaking their balls every day getting on them.
But you're talking a team sport as opposed to
Individual sport.
Well,
Wrestling business
as a
is all about
performance.
self. It's all about self. He got over.
So then what business does he have telling a bunch of people what to do? You just said it's an individual sport. Why does he have the right to go and tell, if he would walk up to Otis and say, "Otis, you should be doing this."
Yeah.
It's not his place.
So if
he earns that respect and people want to get his advice, then great. Great.
Do you have reports that he went up to Otis and said, "You should be
I'm
doing
just
this"?
giving you
I know,
an
but give me an
example.
example of where this has happened. We're talking about the glass spot.
I can give you. You remember that's one. But what about the time Chris Jericho talked about where he sat in a locker room and said, hey, I'm a locker room leader. We need to keep this track. And everybody's looking at him like, you're Booker T and Jericho and all these guys looking like, you're not a locker room leader.
It was,
if you're a good leader, you never have to say you're a leader. You don't. He has rubbed people the wrong way. And I'm not saying that he doesn't deserve respect for what he's done. He does. I love the guy's work.
Oh, now you do, huh?
I'd love if this one of my favorite matches of all time is that Money in the Bank with John Cena.
Oh.
But all I'm saying is that from everything that I have read and everything that I have seen,
you read comic books.
Actually, I haven't picked up a comic book in a long time.
Okay.
That he causes trouble unnecessarily.
Love it. You got to understand
and it tore the AEW locker room apart.
Wow.
It didn't have to be like that.
Oh, Jack Perry got disrespected. Get out.
A lot of people apparently got disrespected.
Who? The Young Bucks?
There's one.
Aren't they management in this company?
Kenny Omega, Hangman Page, and
management in this company. Management in this company. It's a free for all, man. I worked for a company before. It was like, you get a job. Make up your position. Let's go. Well, here you got CM Punk, who's been in the business for eons, well respected, and like you said, it's CAC. People ain't gonna like me. Harley Race liked me. Dusty Rhodes liked me. Roddy Piper liked me, and I'm all right with that.
Good, and good for him.
Did Jack Perry like me? I don't think he cares. Don't think he cares. Who can go off?
But if you're trying to be a leader in a locker room, that should bother you. That should.
Nah, let it roll off your back.
So you're saying that you should only lead certain people that want to be led.
No, some people don't want to. I'm just saying they're going to put up resistance. They're going to have attitudes. They're going to think they're better than you or they know more than you.
Well, I would say that Phil has a problem with that sometimes. I've seen some things. I mean, just some of the stuff he's done on TV. Some of the stuff he said, I got a problem with.
He's the most polarizing figure in wrestling. Name somebody that is bigger. Name one person. I'll wait. Oh yeah. Let's
You're
take
gonna
a break
have to wait
so
till the break.
About it. Yeah, give you some time to think about that.
But we were like way behind on the break.
There
it is, kids. CM Punk, he's back. We got a whole lot more on the Mark Hoke Show. Stick around, Mark Hoke. The Celsius King David difference. We'll be back with more on the show. Stick around.
License number NSCP 79415 0079414.
Here are some homeowner headaches we fix at Gettle. One is our heating rejuvenation, where we help to prevent breakdowns by performing 6 critical adjustments for just $129.
Another one is we'll unclog any drain for just $80 with a 30-foot drain snake.
And we're on call 24/7, 365 days a year.
And our drain clearing service is just $80. So nice, I said it twice.
Gettle Air Conditioning and Plumbing, GOETTL.com.
We do things the right way, not the easy way.
By now, you've heard all of our ads. America's largest injury law firm. But what does that really mean for our clients? For you, it means that when you hire us, you don't just get a lawyer, you get a legal army, almost 800 lawyers alone. That army includes an entire legal team, specialist lawyers, investigators, and a 24/7 client satisfaction staff. Just like if you were going into surgery, you wouldn't trust one person to handle the paperwork, the scheduling, the anesthesia, and the surgery. Have you ever seen a surgeon operating alone and without resources? No way. Why would you trust a small firm with your case? Your case is a big deal to us. When it comes to law, size matters. We're America's largest injury law firm. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
If your bank account is causing you headaches, switch to One Nevada Credit Union. With 46,000 free ATMs, innovative mobile apps, and convenient local branches, you can kiss your banker goodbye forever. Open an account online today or find a local branch at onenevada.org.
One Nevada Credit Union. Our one focus is you.
One Nevada is open to all Clark County residents. Federally insured by the NCUA Equal Opportunity Lender.
One Nevada.
If your bank account is causing you headaches, switch to One Nevada Credit Union. With 46,000 free ATMs, innovative mobile apps, and convenient local branches, you can kiss your banker goodbye forever. Open an account online today or find a local branch at onenevada.org.
One Nevada Credit Union. Our one focus is you.
One Nevada is open to all Clark County residents. Federally insured by the NCUA Equal Opportunity Lender.
Hello, Jan from Toyota here.
Hi, Jan. With the Grand Highlander we got at Toyotathon, we've been able to do so much. 5 different ski trips, 4 family functions, 3 potlucks, 2 shopping sprees, and a really big tree.
Dealer inventory may vary. Current offers on these vehicles end December 5th. Offers are subject to change throughout Toyotathon, which ends on January 2nd. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Visit your Southern Nevada Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places.
Nevadans, you are not alone. If you or someone you care about is experiencing thoughts of suicide, feelings of anxiousness, or battling any other mental health crisis, we are here for you. Introducing 988, the new 3-digit dialing code for the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. 988 connects you to compassionate, confidential support for free. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and get you additional help if needed. There is hope. The Lifeline works. You are never alone in crisis. Just call, text, or chat 988.
This message funded by a grant through the Nevada Department of Health and Human Services, aired in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
1015 FM KDON.
You're listening to the #1 professional wrestling radio show in Vegas, The Mark Hoke Show.
The Mark Hoke Show.
Now, here again is Mark Hoke.
We're back. It is the Mark Hoke Show, the best in pro wrestling news and entertainment. I'm Mark Hoke.
I'm the David Difference, the Nostradamus of professional wrestling.
Jeff Lynn in the studio.
Amen.
From ELO. I made David Difference look at a picture.
He looks cool.
I'm still trying to figure out where you got that wig.
I look cool. It ain't a wig, man. I didn't have a chance to shave this morning.
What hair product did you use that grew your hair from when I saw you on Thursday night?
Peanut butter, man.
Peanut butter.
Yeah,
all right, guys, there you go.
Miracle growth. Put some peanut. Did you see me? My hair was getting a little long at Thanksgiving.
What are you talking about?
You were delirious. You passed out. You don't even know.
I actually was feeling terrible on Thanksgiving. And hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving weekend, by the way.
Yeah, let's not forget about that. We get there. We had this all-out affair. We had some beautiful women, beautiful honey babies in the building.
We did.
All kinds of things. Mark calls me at 8 a.m. I'm here when you come. You're there
I wasn't
8 a.m.
there.
This ain't a
I
breakfast.
wasn't there at 8 a.m.
You were there at 8.
I was there about 10:15. Stop it.
Okay, and the thing didn't start till 5. Mark was there early trying to get
actually, I was eventually told it was starting around noon to 1.
Yeah, I don't know if they ribbed you or what, man, but I was like, what are you doing there? But shout out to everybody at the party, man. Ash, JD3, Mikey.
Yeah.
NJ Holiday.
I'm glad I didn't die.
The beautiful honey babies.
Jesus.
Well,
it was bad.
Yeah, what would I have done? Would I have came in today?
If I wasn't
what do
here,
we do?
no.
What's the protocol? If Mark keels over, just go on with life.
I guess
I don't contact the station or nothing.
I guess.
Well, where do I go from here, guys? That's it. We got to put together something in writing, some kind of protocol.
All right.
Back to CM Punk. So, has there been anything that big? And we go back to when I said that excitement. Remember when NWO would pop and it's like, what's happening? Who's coming out? Who might? We haven't had that in so long. And the thing that makes this beautiful is all these idiot media cats. It's like 100%. Oh, sorry, dude. Don't get your hopes up. All them idiots that stood on that throne of saying it's not going to happen. There was no spoiler. There was no teaser. We just had to watch and wait for the wonderfulness. Tell me the last time, and do not say Adam Copeland showed up.
I was there.
Don't say that was the moment. Do not compare the two, Mark. Give me one. Give me a real one. That was not a moment. We knew he was going to show up. and we had just seen him a week earlier.
When CM Punk showed up at AEW.
Right.
No, I mean, there's no question it was a moment. I'm just wondering what the fallout's going to be. And we're going to talk in the next hour about where we think CM Punk and WWE will head now that this has happened. It's very intriguing. And, like I said, some people aren't happy. Drew McIntyre has been in a massive contract negotiation with WWE for a while now. Was apparently, stomped out and left the building. He was not happy about this. And I can understand why.
Why?
Because he's been giving everything he had to WWE, carried him during the pandemic, and has been killing himself for WWE. And he doesn't have a contract, but CM Punk makes a phone call and boom.
Yeah, it's CM Punk, dude. I mean, I've been over here busting my ass, and all I get is a case of Celsius. I'm happy. I show up every day with a smile. Come on, man. Is that what we're complaining about? CM Punk calls and gets put on. It was the biggest decision, best decision they've ever made. If he compares himself to that, and nobody even knows, right? Is that why he stormed off?
Supposedly, yes. Apparently, sources close to him said he's not happy about it.
Wow. Stormed off.
Well, and to a point, I agree.
Oh, yeah?
But I'm sure he's not happy.
What does CM Punk have to do with Drew?
Because Drew has been trying to get a contract nailed down, and he's been incredibly loyal to WWE, while a guy who's been out trashing the company for the last 9 years comes in and gets probably got a pretty good deal.
Oh,
and that's money that could have gone Drew's way.
Nah, I wouldn't even. My head's itching.
It should with that thing on.
I wouldn't even compare.
What did you kill to put that on your head this morning, by the way? Which you can check out on our live stream.
Yeah, take a look. Tap in. Give me some comments. Give me some feedback.
It's
you like the
good.
look or no? It's not good?
Oh, man.
What's not good?
It's like somebody had a toupee factory explode on your head.
I just got to.
It's just coming
I just
out.
got to pick it out.
You got to pick it out. All right.
Yeah, I'll pick it out during the break. But
Jesus.
I'm just saying, Mark. I'm Drew. What's his name? Drew Gulak.
Wow.
Who is he? I don't know.
You are.
Oh, he didn't renew his contract. He might show up at Impact. Mark will probably pop and cry when he shows up. I can't believe he. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
You have lost your mind on this. I knew you were gonna.
Yeah.
I knew you were gonna.
Yeah.
David Difference, everybody.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, we got another hour of this fiasco to go.
Well, I try to bring in the guests, man, and it would have alleviated some of this off of your back, man. But what do you want? It's the best day in wrestling history.
Please.
Well, the second one, the first one, like you said, was when he came back.
In wrestling
to AEW.
history. Well, you need to go to a break. Like I said, we'll be back for hour number 2 of the Mark Hoke Show, the best in pro wrestling news and entertainment. Got a whole lot of other news going on too, and I'm sure we'll talk more Punk when we get back. So stick around, everybody. More to come on KDON 101.5 FM, the Talk of Las Vegas Odyssey app, and live streaming YouTube, X, and Facebook. We'll be right back. Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show, like us on Facebook at The Mark Hoke Show, and visit markhokeshow.com to keep up with everything happening with the show. And remember to check out all of our archive shows on YouTube at The Mark Hoke Show and download our podcasts at markhokeshow.podbean.com and all your favorite podcast outlets. So join The Mark Hoke Show family today, and thanks for listening.
By now, you've probably heard of Upside, the free app that gets you real cash back at gas stations. But Upside is so much more than just a gas app. Upside lets you earn cash back at over 100,000 locations that include convenience stores, supermarkets, popular national chains, and local favorites. Just download the free app, claim an offer, and get real cash back on your purchase. There are no complicated points or rebates. With Upside, you can earn an average of 8% cash back on groceries and dining. That's 8% real cash back on top of your credit card rewards. You can use Upside to earn cash back even on debit card purchases. Talk about fueling up. Download Upside today. Use promo code MORE10 and get a 10% cashback bonus on your first purchase. Get the Upside app and use promo code MORE10 for an extra 10% cashback bonus. That's promo code MORE10. Offers vary by user and location. Terms and conditions apply. Go to upside.com for details.
Hey, this is Richard Deitch, the host of the Sports Media Podcast. If you're interested in what's happening with all the places where you consume sports, the Sports Media Podcast has you covered. Here's longtime NFL and NBA announcer Ian Eagle.
Would I find this entertaining if I was sitting on the couch watching the game, or would this be a nuisance? Would this get in the way? Does it enhance the enjoyment for the viewer, or at some point are you becoming an annoyance?
Listen on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Financial literacy is the best equalizer and fastest path out of situational and generational poverty. Junior Achievement of Southern Nevada has led the way in teaching financial and workforce education to students in kindergarten through 12th grade. But Junior Achievement can't do it alone, so we invite the business community and general public to join us by investing in youth today to prepare them for the business of life. There are many ways to get involved by sponsoring, donating, or volunteering. You can change the future for all Nevadans. Learn more at jasnv.org. This message is sponsored by the Junior Achievement of Southern Nevada, aired in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and the station. Learn more at jasnv.org. That's jasnv.org.
On Facebook, I saw someone posted...
It's going to turn you into a zombie.
Created by the government.
They're going to plant a chip into your body.
It's the mark of the beast.
This is fake.
This information is just about as bad as the pandemic itself.
This information is easy. You don't see the harm it does.
COVID taught us
health matters. Stop the spread of misinformation.
Health matters. Visit nmhec.org. This message funded by a grant through the Nevada Department of Health and Human Services, Office of Minority Health and Equity, and in cooperation by the Nevada Broadcasters Association and the station.
KMXB HD3 Henderson, K268CS Las Vegas. Always live on the free Odyssey app. 1015 FM KDON.
Hostages are free. I'm Paul Stevens, Fox News. This is a Fox News alert. 13 Israeli, 1 Russian, and 3 Thai hostages have been transferred today from Hamas to the Red Cross. Again, 13 Israeli, 1 Russian, 3 Thai hostages transferred earlier today from Hamas to the Red Cross. There is, however, no further word at this point on the possible release of any Americans. Israel and Hamas are in the middle of a temporary 4-day ceasefire. The former Minnesota police officer convicted of murdering George Floyd with an illegal chokehold back in 2020, now recovering after being stabbed at a federal prison in Arizona.
Police officer Derek Chauvin expected to survive after being stabbed inside an Arizona prison. Officials say he was taken to a hospital with serious injuries. He is serving a nearly 23-year sentence for killing George Floyd. Fox's Kevin Cork, an attorney for Chauvin, saying his family has been kept in the dark about what happened there. The medium security lockup in Tucson has reportedly been plagued by security failures and a lack of staff. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau saying conservatives in his country have turned their backs on Ukraine because of right-wingers in the U.S.
Trudeau is calling out conservatives in the Canadian Parliament for voting unanimously against updating the Canada-Ukraine Free Trade Agreement. The Prime Minister says it's particularly troubling to see MAGA conservatives in the U.S., along with many in Europe, starting to pull their support for Ukraine. But Canada's conservative leader says Trudeau has it wrong, that conservatives voted against the Ukraine agreement out of support for that nation, because the deal would have burdened Ukraine with a carbon tax. Roger Stern, Fox News.
America is listening to Fox News.
Connect to Fox News Audio on the Fox News app. Listen to hear your favorite hosts like Brian Kilmeade, Jimmy Fallon, and Guy Benson standing up for what's right, live and via podcast. Just click listen, then swipe right and hear the latest news updates on your time. And scroll down to hear the latest podcasts from Fox News. And it's even easier to listen in the car with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Get programming alerts and notifications. Fox News Audio is on the Fox News app. The voices America trusts. Download it now. from the Fox News Podcasts Network.
I'm Ben Domenech, Fox News contributor and editor of the Transom.com daily newsletter, and I'm inviting you to join a conversation every week with the smartest thinkers out there about the issues Americans face and where we're going as a nation. This show will feature deep dive interviews with newsmakers and some of your favorite Fox News analysts. I hope you'll join me as we dive into the fray. It's the Ben Domenech Podcast.
Subscribe and listen now by going to foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you download podcasts.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the #1 professional wrestling radio show in Las Vegas. This is the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Going bell to bell with the best in professional wrestling news, entertainment, and lots of Sin City surprises from inside the squared circle. Now, let's get to all the exciting pro wrestling action and bring on the host. Here is Mark Hoke.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Mark Hoke Show here on KDON. Yay! 101.5 FM, the talk of Las Vegas. I am Mark Hoke. Thanks for joining us. And in the booth next to me is ELO lead singer Jeff Lynne.
Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody.
Can you sing Evil Woman?
Evil. Speaking of Evil Woman, I just got a message. We lost a listener. She wasn't happy when I said I was hanging out with some beautiful honey babies, and I want to apologize for hanging out with these beautiful honey babies.
Maybe they don't want to be called honey babies.
Everybody wants to be called a honey baby. You want to be called a honey baby.
Not today.
Not today.
No.
Okay. Tomorrow then. Well, tomorrow.
Well, we want to welcome Brady to the show. And of course, it is actually, I know, Dave, you are celebrating. What day is it to you, Dave?
National CM Punk Day.
National CM Punk Day?
Yep.
There it is on our live stream.
There it is. Oh, Phil. And Phil, we trust, man.
I thought it was National Ryback Retirement Day.
Yeah.
If you didn't see this, by the way, of course, CM Punk came back last night at Survivor Series. We're going to talk more about that on top of what we did the first hour. But Ryback, you remember old Ryback? They actually had a little thing going, Punk and Ryback.
Oh, right. Paul Heyman and everything.
So on the day before Survivor Series, Ryback tweeted out, CM Punk returns tomorrow. I will officially retire from pro wrestling. And of course, there's not many people like Ryback.
I name one.
And lo and behold, the Punk man returneth. And boy, did Ryback get crushed on Twitter. And his response was, I will not be retiring. He had to return to AEW, and that did not happen.
What?
No. Come on, Ryback. You're done.
Yeah, buyback.
Hang it up.
Buyback. Yeah,
I
thought he was already done.
Feed me another job.
Where was he wrestling?
Independence.
Under a rock? I ain't seen nothing.
I don't know.
I thought he'd been retired.
Well, apparently not.
Trying to latch on to CM Punk.
But that was funny.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah, so it's National Ryback Retirement Day.
Buyback.
Before we talk more about Punk, why don't we talk about Randy Orton a little bit? Dave?
Yeah, sure. Go.
Of course, the legendary soon-to-be Hall of Famer Randy Orton made his return from back fusion surgery, 18 months, and he makes his return debut at Survivor Series as well. Before we get into that with Punk, what do you see about Randy Orton? Because, I mean, this main event scene is pretty jammed up right now, as you know.
Yeah.
You know, with this Roman Reigns being chased by so many different guys and Seth Rollins, you have LA Knight, you've got Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn. Now, you've got maybe CM Punk is in this mix.
Maybe.
Damian Priest has the Money in the Bank case. And now you throw Orton into this too. And Jey Uso. Can't forget Jey Uso.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this is a crowded top of the card right now. And now Randy Orton and CM Punk are both forcing their way in here. Where does Randy Orton go?
Yeah, that's interesting there. I mean, because Randy, the legend killer, he's a legend. Like, you got to love him, everything he's done and continues to do. He looks phenomenal. And that's kind of I don't know. Last time he had his championship reign, which wasn't too long ago. I mean, in terms of relativity, if that makes any sense. But
yeah, it was during the pandemic with when he traded the belt with Drew McIntyre.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So even that was kind of like,
so it's a couple of years.
You didn't see it as like a dominating. It was kind of like a spot holder for it. That how I felt like. So I don't know where he goes in the storyline that we need to see. Like, what do you see could be something that would be different than what we've seen from?
See, that's the problem for Randy is he's done it all. I mean, what more? Now, maybe, of course, he was in the Arcade Bro team with Riddle. Riddle's gone, so that's done.
Oh yeah.
Maybe a showdown with Gunther for the Intercontinental title.
That'd be a good match.
I think people would get into that series because I can imagine that'd be pretty hard hitting. But boy, putting him in the world title picture with all this going on,
I don't
know. And like Seth Rollins, I mean, I'm not really excited about Orton and Rollins.
Yeah, I think we've seen most of those rivalries. And the question is, like, where does it go and how does that change the game or impact, it's good to see him back. I just don't even, I had zero thought of where does it go from here. And now that you bring it up.
They can just bring him back to have him say, hey.
Yeah. Like, like when John Cena came in, and then now he's gone. It was like, all right, cool. But I didn't really overbook that or thinking he was going somewhere spectacular. Just came in and do his thing. So, but Randy Orton, I don't know. He's still got a lot left in the tank. But if he did win the belt, are we like...
Which one?
I don't know. Pick one. Any of them. Would it make sense? And you always talk about taking somebody else's shine, the younger guys. Well,
I mean, I don't think you could send him after Roman Reigns. You would ruin that return right now. Plus, it gets... Would he be a placeholder maybe until Cody gets to him at WrestleMania? I don't know, but I don't think you do that to Randy.
Have we ever seen Punk versus Orton?
I would imagine that's happened. I'd have to dig into the wrestling database.
I can't off the top of my head.
I'm sure that's happened.
I don't know, but that looks like that would be a dope match.
Yeah, that gives you one.
Is CM Punk a heel face? What do you think?
Well, that's another good question too. And so now that we talk about Randy, let's get into the future of Punk. Because look, Seth Rollins, of course, had some very strong comments for CM Punk about 7 or 8 months ago, I think, where he pretty much said, I hate him, you're a cancer, stay away. And of course, now, being Seth Rollins and being smart, he's going crazy and flipping Punk off because he knows that feud is money. That feud's money. And that one would make a little more sense to me to see Seth and Punk go at it, because I think there's some underlying personal issues there too, and going all the way back to Ring of Honor, that one makes sense. And I don't know if you go to that right away though. I mean, do you, David?
I say jump right in. We saw.
You sure about that?
You sure about that? Yeah, I'm sure about that. What are we gonna have him do? Fight Otis? CM Punk versus Otis tonight on Raw. Get out of here. It's time to stop playing around. Yeah, we want that. Somebody's got to take that belt off of Rollins. Who else would it be that we would care about? Nobody. Somebody's got to be on. CM Punk gets that. Okay, he's got his belt. Now we're building some storylines. Bloodline is like on life support right now. We don't know what they're doing, but let's get that belt on Punk.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, but that feud will be great because, like this whole CM Punk saga, it's all the behind the stuff that makes the behind the scenes stuff that makes us want to watch it. That captivates us, like what's going on, what's going to happen. That air of mystery. Do these guys really hate each other? Are they really going to go at it? Are they going to work well together? Who knows? Is this real? Is that real? Was that real? Who knows? Welcome to wrestling. Love it. Who else could he? Otis? Otis.
Why are you banging on? I mean, I brought Otis up a little while. You're forgetting about the entire rest of the WWE roster.
Oh, well, name somebody else.
LA Knight.
See, that's the thing. Yeah, we forgot about LA Knight.
Well, I mentioned him a while ago.
Was he on the show?
LA Knight?
Yeah.
No, I have not had LA Knight on the show.
No. Was he on last night?
No, neither was Roman Reigns, Jimmy Uso, Solo.
Yeah, what the heck?
All gone. Nobody. Nope. Nothing.
What, yeah, what was that about? Nothing for LA Knight?
I don't know. I don't know why LA Knight. I thought LA Knight should have been in the War Games match, and they left him out.
Yeah. I didn't even hear any rumors or anything.
No,
it just wasn't a thing.
No, it wasn't a thing. So, so now, like
Was
I said,
Otis there?
He was in the vignette with
the
the with what was the biggest return of the night.
Yeah,
R-Truth is back. I forget, was that a knee or Achilles? I can't remember, but yeah, R-Truth made his way back. He is a national treasure, by the way.
He is. Shout out to little Jimmy.
Yep, we missed you. So he'll be back. But this is a very intriguing main event picture now with all these guys.
Yeah.
And and you wonder how this is going to work out with Damian Priest, who, by the way, I thought that was not a good spot to even fake the cash in. That made you're going to do that in the middle of War Games?
Yeah.
How are you going to pull that off? You have 4 other guys that are going to stop you from pinning Rollins. They don't want to lose the match. That one. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. But
yeah.
But Damien, but you know that he's got to cash in sometime.
Right. Well,
now do you have it? Let's just say, and I don't want to get Dave excited here.
I see that Pete brain of yours working. Go for it, Mark.
David Difference is a CM Punk apologist.
A what? Appreciative.
Apologist.
Appreciative.
But if Damian Priest cashes in, then that would be Punk's shot.
What do you mean?
You put Punk against Damian Priest, and Punk wins the title.
Oh, no. Punk wins the title from Rollins. Then Damian Priest could cash in. Punk could whoop him.
So now hang on a sec. So now you're saying so now here's your scenario.
Mm-hmm.
You want Punk Rollins and Punk to win the title.
Mm-hmm.
Priest still has the case.
Yeah.
So Priest cashes in on Punk and beats him?
No, you ain't gonna beat him.
You're going to throw Damian Priest to the Wolves after all this?
Well, he's going. Yeah, it's not going to be a successful cash in, but it will be a good feud there. Everybody can't win the belt. You got to look at, like, as we think about this, and as you just stated, Rhodes, LA Knight, everybody.
Jay.
There's just too many top, and it's like, have we already forgot about Cody Rhodes' story?
See, and here's that. This was from a business standpoint and what's going on in WWE. Why, there was actually talk they were going to wait to bring Punk back to the Rumble, but the whole issue with one of the issues with Punk coming back is where does he fit? You have all these guys going on now. You're gonna take all your plans and probably light them on fire at this point. I mean, apparently Creative didn't even know about this either, so they're all going to be sitting in the conference room at Titan Towers saying, "Oh boy,
no,
what do we do?"
I think we just realized where he fits. Who is Rollins feuding with right now?
Nobody at the moment.
Shinsuke thing's over.
He's free at the
moment. There you go. Beautifuln's in a box. Okay,
he's been fighting the guys in Judgment Day.
Yeah, it's over. Let's move on, guys.
Yeah, this is going to be a very intriguing main event scenario.
But where is LA Knight? Who is he?
Well, and see, that was why when he wrestled Roman at Crown Jewel, why I didn't think that was a good idea. You have too many people that were kind of in line in front of him, and now you're throwing Randy Orton and you throw in CM Punk too. That leaves him in a bad spot. That's why I thought when he was doing the whole thing with the U.S. title about 6 or 8 months ago, why he should have won that. They could have held him there for a while. And then this next year after WrestleMania, then is his time.
He should have been the one to beat Gunther. That would have been moment.
I don't think they did that one yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He should have been IC champ. That way he could do his own thing and be on top, have that belt. He could beat that reign. That would give him more legitimacy as the person to stop Gunther. There you go. Here, WWE, call me. I'll work this out for you guys. Come on, it ain't that. And then Cody Rhodes just, What are we gonna WrestleMania? We still get that because obviously Rock ain't coming back now.
Nope. I still think that's going to happen, but I will tell you this: the Royal Rumble now gets very, very interesting, doesn't it? Oh my
that's
God.
gonna be a monster.
This could be shaping up to be one of the best ones of all time.
Yeah,
it really could.
So many what ifs.
Because who wins?
And I will go ballistic if they do a Randy Orton again.
Yeah,
last time he won, I was like, what?
Because a championship shot for Randy right now, I don't think makes sense. But Jesus, Randy Orton. Yeah, you see, this is going to be an intriguing next 6 months for WWE now, especially when you throw both those guys into this mix. What a wild scenario it's going to be.
Oh.
And the winners, the fans.
LA Knight CM Punk would be dope.
But once again, what is CM Punk going heel, or is he?
I think that'll be that because people are going to love him. They're going to cheer him. I doubt we're going to. You remember when he came into AEW, which was so classic, and he was just this nice guy, and everybody was like cool. And I mean, me and my
then
brother
they started actually cool on him. By the way,
yeah. And then he was like, "Let me give you what you missed." I was talking with my brother when he came out. I was like, "Yeah, well, where's that old Punk?" And then once he started ramping up, running his mouth, doing what he do, there he is. There's the guy. So that would be interesting. But I think that CM Punk is going to take attention away from a lot of people because everybody's going to be waiting for what's he going to say next, what's he going to do next, what's this match. He's so polarizing.
It's going to be a fascinating run in the next few months, and we still got Elimination Chamber coming up too. Don't forget that.
I've never been a fan of that match, but
I like that match.
Yeah,
you do it right.
Yeah, it's just never.
There's times they've done it badly, really badly, but overall, I get a kick out of that match.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like a good idea. Never just like, oh yeah, that was one to watch.
Well, you don't like anything.
Hell in a Cell. I mean, used to be cool when they was throwing each other off of it. Now it's like land on this pad and don't bleed. We'll find you. I don't like that.
It's funny that you mentioned the don't bleed because of course, we had a match with Swerve Strickland and Hangman Adam Page that took place last week on Full Gear, and we talked a little bit about it, but I did want to kind of revisit that a little bit when we come back because people have been talking about that match all week, and it may get pushed off the calendar a little bit now, but you mentioned something there that I want to hit on. So stick around, everybody. We'll be right back on the Mark Hoke Show. Me and David Difference. See you on the other side.
Hello, Jan from Toyota here.
Hi, Jan. With the Grand Highlander we got at Toyotathon, we've been able to do so much. 5 different ski trips, 4 family functions, 3 potlucks, 2 shopping sprees, and a really big tree.
Dealer inventory may vary. Current offers on these vehicles end December 5th. Offers are subject to change throughout Toyotathon, which ends on January 2nd. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Visit your Southern Nevada Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places.
Rural Nevada, we see you. The immediate mental health care team understands the unique struggles adults face. If you or someone you know is experiencing a mental health crisis related to economic issues, substance misuse, anxiety, grief, loneliness, or more, you don't have to face this alone. Call 877-283-2437 and connect with the immediate mental health care team within minutes and find the support you need to reclaim your well-being. Rural Nevadans, call us at 877-283-2437. That's 877-283-2437. Your journey towards healing starts now. Call the immediate mental health care team at 877-283-2437 to find the support you need. That's 877-283-2437. This message, funded by a grant through the Nevada Division of Public and Behavioral Health, aired in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
There's some families that have not recovered at all.
People told me they did not want to get vaccinated.
People were getting their medical advice from somebody on TikTok. The sense of community is something that the world needs.
COVID taught me that
Health matters.
Health matters. Visit nmhec.org. This message funded by a grant through the Nevada Department of Health and Human Services, Office of Minority Health and Equity, and in cooperation by the Nevada Broadcasters Association and the station.
You're pregnant, and no matter what you do, no matter what you try, you can't stop using alcohol, drugs, or tobacco. But no matter how lost you are, how far along you are, it's not too late. There's always hope, and there are many safe places that can help you stop using. In Nevada, pregnant women are given the highest priority for substance use treatment. Low-cost treatment options may be available so you and your baby can get healthy now. If you or someone you love is pregnant or thinking about getting pregnant and using alcohol, drugs, or tobacco, visit SoberMomsHealthyBabies.org or call 211 to find help today. SoberMomsHealthyBabies.org also has resources for healthcare providers, friends, and family. If you want to help someone who's pregnant and using, visit SoberMomsHealthyBabies.org or call 211 today. Sponsored by the Nevada Division of Public and Behavioral Health and in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
1015 FM KDON.
This is the Mark Hoke Show.
The Mark Hoke Show.
Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
And we return to hour number 2 of the Mark Hoke Show here on KDON 1015 FM, the talk of Las Vegas. Dave is still in euphoric celebration. I don't know what he's doing in the booth, but whatever.
I'm enjoying myself.
Yeah, you
celebration back.
You are gooberific today.
Gooberific?
Yes.
Is that a word?
It is now.
Okay. Yeah, you're making up a lot of words, man.
It's all good.
Sommelier, and you don't even know how to talk.
Unbelievable.
You're unbelievable, Mark.
Wow. But of course, we're the best in pro wrestling news and entertainment here on KDON 1015 FM. Of course, don't forget that Odyssey app. You can listen to our shows like SportsX Radio on here on KDON.
Ken Thompson, good dude.
Good, great.
Always
dude.
Smells good.
We do not have smell-o-vision on the radio, but that's okay.
Well, if you ever bump into him at Walmart or JCPenney's,
you'll be okay.
Sears, he smells good.
But
Sears.
Sears, download that app. It's a terrific app, and you listen to shows from all over the world and everything here on KDON. We would certainly appreciate that. So we were talking going into the break about the match with Swerve Strickland, Hangman Adam Page, and the violence that took place in that, the bleeding, and of course, Hangman drinking Swerve's blood in this match. And, last night, and I'm trying to remember who said, it might have been Cody in the press conference that was talking about, where do we go from here with some of the War Games matches and stuff like that. And it brought up a very interesting thought to me because everybody was asking me about the Page Strickland match at Full Gear. Just how bad was it? And I'm not saying bad as in, a bad match, but bad as in the violence.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, it's a little over the top. And the question is, where do you go? Right. And Cody brought that up last night. And it's interesting. You have a War Games match in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
You're inside a steel cage. Everybody's using weapons and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And not one drop of blood gets spilled in that match. No color. It's called, color. It's the word in the industry.
Oh, well, thanks, Mark. For
you knew that, but
that.
others did not.
Okay.
Gotta bring everybody up to speed.
Speed, not the drug, the pace.
Yes, there you go.
Just gotta.
So you have 2 War Games matches last night inside cages where nothing like that happens, but then you go to AEW where you have a death match where just about every weapon that could be used was something looked like something out of a Halloween movie.
Yeah.
It was rough. I mean, if you had kids, wouldn't recommend watching that match. Where do you go from here on both of those? Because Dave, you look at the War Games match, it's like, I mean, it's fun, but at the same time,
what's the point?
Yeah. I mean, if it's not, the War Games match was a grudge match, like a serious grudge match when Dusty made that years ago. That was, we're going to kill each other because we all hate each other. Yeah. So we're locking ourselves away. Let's do this.
And what's better than one cage?
2.
It blew my mind. Like, I gotta see this.
So you would expect there's going to be a little color in that match. And there's not in WWE. So how do you, I mean, Io jumping off the top of a cage with a trash can was cute, but it's not what you would think as a war games match. But then you go on the other side with the Texas Death Match in AEW. Where do they go? Because obviously WWE's got more standards of blood and things like that. They don't want to do it if they can possibly avoid it. AEW embraces it, but that match, you and I were there, totally over the top. I mean, it was a lot. So where do both of them go? Because because Dave, you were talking about nobody's really excited about this, right?
Yeah.
Well, when you have a match that's supposed to be brutal and violent, and it's not really that brutal or violent, Then you go a death match that's like whoa, and then what do they do to top that? So double quandaries, David Differs.
Yeah. So I think that it used to be something special, right? You're gonna get this all out. Nobody's getting out. They are going to scrap inside this cage, and they're going to use the cage. And everything in their power, there's no rules. They're just going to go, and there's going to be a lot of hemorrhaging happening in this thing. Now, the AEW match, Swerve and them, but they do it so much. They got bloody matches on regular TV. And it's like, so that's overkill. It's nothing special. You just expect that. WWE never does it. And when somebody, accidentally gets cut open, then it's like, here we go. But it's Hell in a Cell used to be a thing like, watch out. Some crazy is gonna happen. And it's just too toyed down.
It's sanitized.
Down. Yeah,
it's sanitized.
There's no point. Like, you don't even need to be in that Hell in a Cell if all you're gonna do is throw people off it. I mean,
get a kendo stick out every once in a while.
I hate the garbage can lid spots.
They're lame.
Yeah.
I will say, I think it was. I don't know if it was. I think it was it Io last night? She swung a good lid. It might have been Kyrie, which whoever it was, did a little martial arts with the trash can lid. That wasn't bad.
Okay, one spot out of a million.
But I'm agreeing with you.
And the pick your weapons. I'm gonna get that lid. Now, go get rid of that. Get a knife. All right, let's really go at it. But yeah, I think. That's why I have a hard time getting excited about it. If it was War Games and we're like, it's about to go down in here, I would have sat there watching that whole match. But it's like, nothing's going to happen. Nobody's going to bleed. Nobody's going to do anything. They might do some spots, but get rid of the cage, man. All you're doing is getting me a chubby for no reason.
Fair enough. So, yeah, I think both companies have put themselves in a weird spot with some of these matches. And they're causing, it's funny that they're causing each other trouble because you're kind of wondering, can't both of them kind of get in the middle on this? I mean, I remember some rough matches in the NWA, but nobody was drinking each other's blood.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't even.
I was surprised. I was surprised their producers
said,
approved that spot because apparently that was Paige and Strickland's idea. They wanted to do that, and that got approved. And I was like,
yeah, I don't even know how your mind goes there to think and then do it. And well, I don't know. It's just it was that was a little that didn't need to be. Did that have to happen for that match to be what it was? No.
Listen, and it was such a spectacle for us in the audience too, because like I'd said last week, the monitors were off the whole time until that match started. So then everybody could see what was happening in the arena, for sure.
Yeah,
and it's just like, oh, okay. We got the point.
So for you, like I was like, but were you really offended or turned off by it? Like I think it
was that match. While I loved the intensity of it, just man, and like like with the barbed wire and stuff, that's it's filed down, so it's not gonna. I mean, if someone really took barbed wire totally wrapped around a chair about 40 times, and hit you with real barbed wire, that's staying in your back.
Yeah, Terry Funk.
You're down.
Terry
You're done.
Funk, Mick Foley.
So it's kind of some of it was sanitized, but still, I mean, it's you're wrapping barbed wire on somebody's neck. That's you really need to do that? I don't know. So yeah, it was just it's just a topic that I wanted to hit because being war games and everything.
Yeah, no, I always like it's not the same excitement. I don't even like war games, whatever. Call it whatever you want. Just give me the Rumble and WrestleMania and let's wrap it up.
There was another interesting thing that happened.
Does my hair look crazy?
It's it's a little nuts, David. Difference. There was another interesting thing that happened at the press conference last night. One of the reporters asked about Jade Cargill.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you probably didn't catch this because I think you were leaving Future Shock and
I caught it.
You were still in CM Punk euphoria.
I watched it.
Okay. Well, there was a very interesting question about, where's Jade Cargill? Because she made all these appearances on WWE TV all over the place.
Yeah, it was weird, huh?
And now she's not around. And Dave, didn't I say that Jade probably wasn't ready yet?
I don't think so.
I believe I did.
You said that?
I did.
Oh, okay.
She had wrestled 50 some matches in AEW.
Yeah.
It's all she'd ever done.
She never did independence.
Nope. Straight out of the Cody Rhodes Nightmare Factory.
Oh, is that where she came from?
That's where she trained with, yeah.
Oh.
But she was training as she was coming into AEW.
Oh, that's interesting.
And Triple H last night took a little shot. If you didn't catch that one, he said, I'm just pulling this up real quick. I apologize. You've got to be kidding.
Get it together, Mark.
Well, I can't help a pop-up came
during
up.
This.
There we go.
Oh, okay. You ready?
I'm just about ready.
We're
but
not ready.
It's essentially said that things beyond her control didn't have her being ready to be in a WWE ring yet. And I could have told you that the minute she went over there. The minute she went over there. You were talking about taking somebody that was so raw and was just starting to learn how to wrestle. And then everybody wants to throw in the ring with Charlotte Flair. And it's like, it's not going to work. You don't want to embarrass the woman.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
I have not watched a full Cargill match in my life. Is there something in her short tenure that is but I know she looks amazing. Is there something she's done in the ring that is she is it? Or
it's more of her presence and her athleticism.
So are we thinking Goldberg-esque?
Well, I wouldn't go that far
because she was undefeated in AEW.
Yeah,
right?
Until she lost her title and then lost the rematch and then left.
Well,
but she to be wrestling at the level that they would have needed to wrestle at, she wasn't there. She wasn't there, and people are like, now you promised us Jade Cargill, and Triple H last night. It's like, well, when she's ready, it's going to be awesome. But
was she supposed to be at this?
No.
Oh.
But that's like, why did you parade her out in the first place? Why did you put her on all her shows and now she's going into hiding?
Yeah.
I mean, that bothered me. And I feel kind of bad for Jade because now you made her look bad. Right? Don't you think so? I mean, come on.
I don't. Well, I could, if he's going to say, yeah, she's not ready, which he did say. And whenever she's ready, then we'll move forward with it. But who was the person who had got signed, was getting all this? Oh, yeah. What's his name? Big ugly dude. And then got anxiety and never came out and did anything.
I'm sure you're talking about.
Ah, man. He looked like an ape. He was NXT, then he got signed. Laz something? No, you don't recall?
I don't know who you're
but
talking
you remember
about.
They was hyping up he's coming, and then he said he got anxiety and couldn't go out there, and then he just kind of faded away, and then he got fired.
Do not know who you're talking about.
No clue.
Nope.
Somebody out there knows. All the wrestling enthusiasts chime in. I think it was Laz something. I'll look it up.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. It's so it would be interesting if it's just you're not up to snuff. But I mean, we had Gilbert, right? He made it out there. I'm sure they could do some, but I don't know. Yeah, they put a lot of hype on it.
They did,
but a lot of that is AEW look. We got her. That's what that was. That's what that
was. Was it worth it?
I don't think so.
I really thought that what they should have done was just before because they should have known. They've seen her. They've seen her wrestle. I mean, I'm not in the industry, and I could see that. I don't know. And to be honest with you, you look at the AEW women's roster. While there's some good wrestlers on there, and Britt Baker would fit in with WWE, and Tony Storm was there, and Saraya. It's not a really deep roster of women compared to what you see in WWE right now. I mean, if she gets in there, and if they'd have thrown her out there with, say, a Rhea Ripley or Charlotte or Io or Becky, man, that might not have gone well. That's why I had actually suggested her being down in NXT, and if Becky was the champ, it could have been a nice little build up to that.
Yeah, well, definitely NXT could have been the spot, but yeah, they put too much hype now. I mean, you can't go backwards. But, and it was Lars Sullivan.
Oh, okay, I remember that guy. Yeah,
but then he said some racist stuff too. So
yeah,
there was a whole other.
Yeah, that didn't work out well.
But yeah, I like I said, I hadn't watched the match. I didn't know that if she was garbage, but all I knew is she was undefeated, and you were hyping her up, and then when she gets here, it's like she's not ready.
I mean, she's not bad, but just a lot to learn. That's all. A lot to learn.
Like in her matches, where you like, oof, that's rough.
There were some points where it was kind of. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, she was strictly going out on her power, and that's only going to take you so far. And when you're trying to get in the ring with, some of people like Bianca Belair, not going to fly.
Yeah, she would have made her look silly.
Yeah, we can't have that, especially considering the promise that she has in her career. So I'd throw that one out there too. By the way, there's a story about us.
Us.
Yeah.
You and I?
Roundabout.
I already don't like that answer. I'm going to take the rest of the day off. Thank you, everybody.
We're going to talk about how we all got in a pickle.
Oh.
At Full Gear. Stick around, everybody. We'll be right back.
Infinite Wellness can help you achieve your goals and look and feel your best. Our regenerative medicine clinic utilizes stem cell and exome therapy. We also have a comprehensive weight loss program and numerous other services you can find on our website at infinitewellness.info. We're located at 8925 West Post Road, Suite 100, right across from IKEA. You can book your appointment today by calling us at 702-842-2244 or find us on social media at infinitewellness.lv. We'd love to be a part of your journey.
Hello, Jan from Toyota here.
Hi, Jan. With the Grand Highlander we got at Toyotathon, we've been able to do so much. 5 different ski trips, 4 family functions, 3 potlucks, 2 shopping sprees, and a really big tree.
Dealer inventory may vary. Current offers on these vehicles end December 5th. Offers are subject to change throughout Toyotathon, which ends on January 2nd. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Visit your Southern Nevada Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places.
Is your car still under warranty? No, not anymore. My mechanic just suggested an extended service plan from Ox Car Care.
Ox Car Care?
Yeah, Ox will cover repair bills if anything happens to the car. New brakes, transmission, AC, or engine problems. Plus, Ox Car Care offers free oil changes, tire rotation, and roadside assistance.
Wait, you pay nothing on repairs? Ox gets it fixed, free oil changes, free tire rotation, and free roadside assistance?
Yeah, you don't pay. Ox pays. Ox even has a 30-day money-back guarantee and is A+ rated on the BBB. They handle their claims from start to finish, unlike those other warranty companies.
The last thing I need is an unexpected car repair bill. I'm calling Ox Car Care now.
Call Ox Car Care for your free quote. 800-230-8357. Ask about senior and military discounts. Don't get stuck with a major car repair bill. Call Ox Car Care. 800-230-8357. 800-230-8357. Or go to oxcarcare.com.
Unsafe sleep conditions cause serious injury and even death to infants. Never sleep with your baby on a sofa, in a chair, or in an adult bed. Protect the baby you love from becoming a tragic statistic. The only safe place for your baby to sleep is alone on its back. in a crib, and in your room. For more information, visit cribsforkids.org. That's cribsforkids.org. This message is sponsored by the Division of Public and Behavioral Health, aired in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
I've never seen it like this.
We've lost a lot of loved ones in our family.
I lost some family members to COVID.
So many of my patients pass away from COVID.
People dying. It didn't matter your color, your race, your sex.
Death has no particular color. It comes after us all.
Every human life has value. Just does.
COVID taught us
Health matters.
Health matters. Visit nmhec.org. This message funded by a grant through the Nevada Department of Health and Human Services, Office of Minority Health and Equity, and aired in cooperation by the Nevada Broadcasters Association and the station.
For 30 years, the LGBTQ Center of Nevada has been a safe and welcoming place to celebrate and serve the entire community. The center advocates for the empowerment and safety of everyone. It provides wellness services for better mental, physical, and holistic health. And the center connects people to the community. Learn more at thecenterlv.org. This message is sponsored by a grant through the Sands Corporation, aired in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
We still haven't beaten COVID-19. Its new strain has caused an alarming increase in hospitalizations. Give superpowers to your family with updated vaccines from Pfizer-BioNTech or Moderna that reduce the risk of serious illness and hospitalization. Remember, you can vaccinate your children as early as 6 months of age. Check with your healthcare provider or visit immunizenevada.org and get them vaccinated. With health, there is life. This message is sponsored by Immunize Nevada, aired in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
You can admit it, you're obsessed with the news, but you don't want to be that person watching TV waiting for the next news story to break. So use your ears instead with the free Odyssey app. With this station available on the free Odyssey app, you can get your local news and discover news stations from around the country. And with hundreds of podcasts also available, you can go deep into the topics you care about. Download the free Odyssey app wherever you get your apps to get the news you crave. Your news fix, your Odyssey.
If you're looking for an award-winning dining experience at outstanding prices, look no further than Unique Eats. Whether it's their incredible breakfast platters, amazing pastas and sandwiches, or world-renowned pizzas, celebrity chef Dominic Tedesco will have you covered. Check out their coffee and smoothie bar, vegetarian options, catering, and top-flight service. Visit Unique Eats today at 3100 South Durango, Suite 100. Call 702-992-3038 or go to uniqueeatslv.com, and we'll see you all at Unique Eats.
1015 FM KDON.
You're listening to the #1 professional wrestling radio show in Vegas, The Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Now, here again is Mark Hoke.
And we return to the Mark Hoke Show here on KDON. 1015 FM, the talk of Las Vegas, the best in pro wrestling news and entertainment. David Difference is being very entertaining today.
You know what I realized, guys?
What?
Out there?
Oh.
Is I'm trying too hard to live the gimmick. This isn't me.
No, it's not.
It's not me, man. I just got to be myself, man.
Yeah, you pushed it today. Your CM Punk,
hair, man.
Your CM Punk celebration, it threw you into, I don't know, some strange place that I just I don't know what happened. David was, of course, wearing an
this is me.
Yellow wig, shades.
He's back.
Hey, there's my friend.
I just got to be myself.
Yeah.
I tried to be something else for somebody else, and it backfired.
It did.
I didn't feel comfortable.
I didn't feel comfortable either. I was kind of scared, actually.
My head was itching this whole time, trying to live the gimmick.
David Difference, everybody.
Oh,
good Lord.
Sweet baby Jesus. Who says sweet baby Jesus? Somebody just got on me for saying, there we go.
Unbelievable.
He thought I was being Tony Khan. Brian Ronovich over there.
Oh, yeah, no,
I should have went full time Tony Khan mode.
Sure. Boy, did he get blasted on Twitter yesterday, by the way.
Who, Brian Ronovich?
Actually, today. No, Tony Khan. Do you think Tony, I guess I want to mention that before I get into these last two stories. Do you think that Tony is regretting firing CM Punk?
Yes. Yeah.
After what he did to him, do you really think so? Or is he sitting around saying to himself, you know what? He's your problem now. Have a great time.
I know he's not saying that. I think when it hits, it was such a well-kept secret. I don't care if they said that they just signed the ink that morning. They had been in talks. There was stuff happening. CM Punk was there, ready to go. This was in motion, but I love secrets in this business. When Tony Khan heard that, I know he was like, oh, damn, because there's so much he didn't get to do with him in AEW. So much he brought to the table, and there was pressure put on him to get rid of Punk, and now I got to man up and do this. He's now back home, and sky's the limit. CM Punk came out unscathed.
A home that Punk burned down before he ran out.
Well, and then he'll build it up brick by brick.
Okay. Well, he does owe WWE.
But who does that? Who gets, like, I know if I go out of a job and I burn down the building, am I ever coming back? Nah. But I go to the next company, I'm their top guy, top dollar. Then I burn down that building and beat everybody up and slap everybody around. Then I go back. It doesn't get any better than that. You can talk about your Otises or whoever your favorite guy is, Mark.
Oh, my God. Why?
But I'm telling you, it does not get any better than that. Doesn't.
We'll see.
Doesn't. We forgot about everybody else.
CM Punk's got a flamethrower in his hand ready to roll.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
But that's,
oh, look, I'm back in and I missed a spot. Yeah.
There's going to be so much news. And like even now I'm seeing the headlines, heat already. People are going to talk every little move. People are going to make comments, this and that. He is good for your company because wrestling is about controversy. Wrestling is about getting attention. CM Punk gets attention. He knows how. That's what it is. That's why we love this business. I know, Mark, you're a huge fan of Otis and his dancing and what he does, but that's not what it is for us. You're alone on that.
He's a very nice guy, by the way.
Otis, yeah.
Good dude.
He's a beautiful man.
I met him. Good guy.
Mm.
Interesting happening at the Survivor Series pay-per-view.
Yes, CM Punk came back.
No.
Something else
This
happened?
is before that.
Oh.
So WWE was doing an auction. I don't know if you saw this story, Dave.
I didn't.
So one of the items fans could bid on was an autographed piece of paper which stated, "Mommy is always on top," obviously involving Rhea Ripley.
Read it again.
Well, it said, "Mommy is always on top." Soon after, this story's on. This is on Cultaholic. Ripley wrote, "Lick here."
Damn.
She picked up the piece of paper and actually licked it.
Okay. Where is this happening at?
They do an auction
Who
before
was?
WWE, before Survivor Series. A little charity auction.
A charity auction. What charity is this?
I don't know. But anyway, it doesn't say in the story. The licking made the paper price jump from $230 to $580. So Rhea Ripley putting her tongue on a piece of paper is now officially worth $350. Congratulations.
Did you buy it?
No, I did not buy
I know it was you. Did you buy it?
I didn't know
Mark
about
gonna be out there working overtime for 4 months to pay for this lick paper. You're sick. Did you buy it?
No, I did
Look,
not.
He's
buy
checking
it.
right now
I
to
think-
see if it's on its way. Did they ship it already? Please, do not clean it.
I'm guessing Buddy Matthews bought it.
Oh. Nah, you know you bought it, Mark. You're sick. You need help. Stop it.
I
Get
think
some
Joey DeFalco bought it.
Stop trying to put it, Mark.
No, I did not buy the paper.
Just say it. Like, look in the camera and say, I bought it. I'm sick. I need help.
I'm glad you did that, Dave. I hope you feel better. Well, speaking of stuff going in your mouth.
Damn. What?
So you and I were up at Full Gear, right?
I don't like that segue.
We were in the press conference. And you remember that MJF, when he did his bit,
I'm uncomfortable.
had his MJF pickles out there, right? He was eating a pickle during the promo and all that. He does that. So when he was done, he offered the jars of pickles that were up there to the wrestling media that was in the room. So you remember that. A bunch of people got up, grabbed, there were 4 jars of pickles. They took the pickles.
I'll neither confirm nor deny.
Well, it's on video, so you can't deny it. It happened.
Okay.
So I'm sitting there on Twitter the next night, just going through it, and I see that somebody put the video of the journalists up there and saying the wrestling quote unquote media has no journalistic standards because they grab these pickles, essentially is what it said. So they insulted everybody in the room. Dave, this person insulted me and you.
Didn't insult me.
No, they did.
What'd they say?
They said we have no integrity.
Oh, well,
because people were taking jars of pickles that were offered to them. Because apparently a jar of pickles will change how you write an article or do a report.
Yeah.
It was stupid.
Who wrote this?
Some dimwit on Twitter.
Hey.
So I blasted her.
Oh, it was a woman.
Well, I blasted her.
Damn.
I stood up for all of us.
Well,
they were in the room that night.
Thank you, Mark.
I wasn't taking it.
What would you say?
Well, at first, I explained to her the first, questioning my journalistic standards. No. Well, screw you. And then to say that Tony Khan was bribing people with 4 jars of pickles. Now that's stupid. That's stupid. I mean, they say this out loud. Hey, you know what? I was going to go on the Mark Hoke Show and talk about what happened at Full Gear, and I wasn't so sure about some stuff. But now that I got the jar of MJF pickles, I'm going to give a positive report because I got a $25 jar of pickles.
It would sway my so.
Oh,
yeah, it would sway me a little bit. You talk about it.
That would sway you?
Yeah. If I would have got one of them jars and I didn't get one, so it swayed me. Now I'm just running my mouth and I'm not happy. Had I got a jar of pickles, rave reviews, I would have got with Brian Ronovich. We would have built an article around this whole company, took them to the next level. And you talk about journalistic integrity.
Anyway.
I mean, come on.
So I won that Twitter battle.
Yeah, no, I think,
I won that Twitter battle.
Thank you, Mark.
Well, you're welcome.
No, thank you, Mark. And to everybody there who was at the media scrum, they should thank you and
they
pay
should.
homage. And everybody that was there, can you chip in to help them pay for that piece of paper that Rhea Ripley licked?
No, but what I did order was a jar of MJF's pickles.
Yeah.
We got some bread and butter chips coming, man.
Are they here?
No, it's going to be a little while. Shipping time's pretty long, but
how long?
It's set up to 4 weeks. I was wow.
Here's what I saw when I saw that product. I saw they bought a jar. They probably bought some pickles, dumped the pickles in there, and slapped the MJF. It wasn't well branded, so that's probably what you're gonna get.
Well, let's find out.
Go to Costco. As soon as they get to Costco, Tony Khan gets to Costco.
You know what? Let's do that for MJF. We'll get a jar of Costco pickles when the other pickles come.
And we'll taste test.
And we'll do a blind taste test.
Mm-hmm.
See who wins.
I like that idea.
Good luck, MJF.
Good luck to him.
See if it goes. See if he passes.
It will go.
But you know what? That's the end of the show.
Hold on. What? I don't get to run my mouth about your boy Matt Black. Told me don't get my hopes up. He said don't do it. I don't want you to be heartbroken. It's not gonna happen, dude. And I don't think David's crazy. David's not crazy. Well,
Matt Black from WrestleZone.
Yeah, man.
He'll come back on the show sometime, I promise.
Speaking of returns, next week we got the biggest return in
by the way,
show history.
Josh Alexander is going to be on the show next week from Impact. No, the Impact former world champion, the longest reigning champ, is going to be on the show. So step back. Josh Alexander is going to be in the house. All right, guys, that's going to do it. We will see you next week. Thanks for being with us, David Difference. I'm Mark Hope.
That's the difference. Hey, CM Punk is back.
We'll see you guys next week. Have a good one.
Breaking news.
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show, like us on Facebook at The Mark Hoke Show, and visit markhokeshow.com to keep up with everything happening with the show. And remember to check out all of our archive shows on YouTube at The Mark Hoke Show and download our podcasts at markhokeshow.podbean.com and all your favorite podcast outlets. So join The Mark Hoke Show family today, and thanks for listening.
If you need to sell your house,
talk to Eric.